Hello? Let me know if you can hear me and if there's any sound bouncing back and forth. Let me know if you can hear me and if there's any sound bouncing back and forth. Because I can't tell if it's working. So if you can hear me, let me know, please. Can anybody hear me okay? You can? Oh, that's great. Is it sound too loud? Is it crackling? Is it doing anything? Is it crisp? You do hear feedback, okay? Is it real bad, Serena? Is there a lot of feedback? Like, what kind of feedback are you hearing? Is it horrible? Okay. Oh no, I'm really trying. How about now? Is it coming back again? Is that better? So you can hear me. Now, is there any noise, any feedback that you're getting now? Okay, I'm talking, testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. No feedback. Okay, is it too loud or is it, the volume? Is the volume good? Well, I'm going to go ahead and get started. If you hear anything or you notice anything, let me know. I turned the volume down on my phone. I just want to make sure you can hear me. So, of course, can't find my wire. No feedback. But how's the sound? Good or bad? There's my ribbon. Kind of low. Okay, I'll try and turn up because what I was told was to turn the volume off on my Mevo, but turn the volume up on my phone. I just don't want you getting any feedback. Testing 1, 2, testing 1, 2. Sounds fine now. Okay. Woo! We'll get this right sooner or later. All right, we're going to do, I have a burlap wreath that I already did. It's the pull-through method. I don't like to do the burlap inside because of all the fibers. So I'm going to show you with a piece of fabric, how, in case you don't know the pull-through method, how to do the pull-through method. Because I already did this outside and I don't want to have the fibers going all over. Okay, we need to come down just a little more, just so we have this in the picture. Okay. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show it to you with just with a bandana, just to give you an idea. I don't know if any of you have tried this method or not, but what you're actually going to be doing is you're only going to be working off these two in the middle. This is a Dollar Tree wreath. I'm trying to fix it so you can see it. Does that show? There. Now you can see the two. Okay, we're just going to be working off these two in the middle. We're not even going to worry about these two on the outside or the inside. Okay? So what you would actually do with you, pretend this is 5-inch burlap. Okay? You're going to fold it in half, and then you're going to put one side on this side, one side on that side. So you actually have just on the outside of those two, you actually have fabric on the outside of each one. So you're just going to keep pulling it up, like matching end to end, pulling and pushing, because that's what's going to give you that ruffle effect. And again, I'm just using a bandana just to give you an idea of how you do it. You just grab those two and push to the left. Grab and push, grab and push. Now, if this was all the way over here, all right, you're just going to grab it and pull it again through these two sections. Pull it up and over, okay? And I can show you from the back of this. You won't see any of these middle junctions here, as you can see from the back of the wreath. See, here's a junction, here's one, here's one, here's one, and here's one. You're just skipping over it and pulling the fabric through the next section. Okay? So that's just how we did the pull-through method. This was done, I'm pretty sure this took 2 rolls. I'm looking to see if I can find the end. It was either 2 or 3 rolls of burlap to do this complete wreath. The burlap is really stiff, so that's going to create all your ruffles on the pull-through method. Okay, so that's basically how you do it. I just wanted to give you an idea. So we have a sign here. This sign says Liberty on it. It's from Personalize by Pam. She has a shop on Etsy. I just love the country look that this sign had. See the flags and the stars and the pip berries, and then you've got the sunflower in the middle. So we're going to work with some florals on this. But first, I want to get my sign put in place first, because that's going to determine where my flowers are going to go. Now, I know I just had those darn pliers over here. Every time you want to get started, there they are. There's something down here at night that's hiding all my tools. So who else is on with us? Where are you from, Serena? I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Now with the burlap, I can go up through the holes of the burlap to attach the wire. Actually, I'll go down through. And I punched a hole in each corner because I want to have this secure. Say hello when you come on. Let us know where you're from. And I hope the weather is sunny in your part of your neck of the woods. Let's see. Colorado. What's the weather like in Colorado today? Hi, Deborah from Missouri. Welcome. I thought I would try and go on my YouTube channel today because Facebook is coming out with so many new rules and regulations that they're starting to drive us crazy. Oh, that's good. Was it in Colorado where they just had all that snow the other day? On Facebook, we're no longer allowed to say like, comment, or share. So I thought it's about time I start coming over to Facebook or to YouTube. Because I guess I used one of those words on my last video and they're threatening to remove it. Okay, so not where you are? That's good. I thought this would be so easy to go through here. There we go. All right, so we're going to secure our sign, which was, like I told you, was from Personalize It by Pam. And I go back later and I tighten it even more and firm up the back so it's not sticking anybody. Now that's too tight. Let's go back and loosen it some. So I want it just to sit on top of. Have any of you done the pull-through method before? That's about where I want it, right there. Okay, so we got one end down. Might be able to get away with just doing 2 corners. And this burlap, I think it was from Craft Outlet. It has like a little metallic, silver metallic in it. It's the 5-inch wide. And I think each roll is 15 feet, if I'm not mistaken. And it's very important when you're working with burlap, if you're going to do it inside, make sure you have good ventilation and you're wearing a mask. I always do mine outside because the fibers can really mess up your lungs. Let's see how that looks. Actually, I could have just gotten away with the 2 corners. Let's see how the background has some beige in it. So it kind of blends in with the burlap. It says Liberty on it. This sign is one of her 5.5 by 8. It says America 1776 on the mason jar. All right, so the flowers I've chosen for this one, I'm going to put 1 sunflower in the middle, because you see it has sunflowers on here. So my sunflower is going to go in the middle, and then I'm going to work my other florals around. I did go ahead and make a bow, so I have the bow to put on. So basically it's just going to be hot gluing these in. And I went and got a new glue pot. It's called the Shore Bonder. And boy, is this thing nice. Because you can set it to a certain temperature so you don't burn yourself. I got second-degree burns from my hot glue gun about a couple months ago. And I do not want to repeat that. I always have aloe in a glass jar sitting on my table. So if I do burn myself, I have something to combat the extensive part of the burn. So, nope, not gonna stick. Okay. Need a little more. Now with this, what I do is I separate the two layers and then I glue it inside those two layers. So I'm not really attaching it to the frame, I'm just attaching it to the burlap. Just gonna weight it down a little bit for a minute until it takes shape there. I also got some of this, which this is just green with little white on the tips. I'm going to use that as filler. So I want to just visually get an idea of where I want to put this. I also have some white pip berries and some blue carnations. And I'm not sure what the name of this flower is. I know my grandmother used to plant this. And I'll be darned if I can figure out what it is, the name of it. It's not a hyacinth, but yet it kind of looks like a hyacinth. So, I'm not really sure. But it's going to give me that pop of red that I wanted. And like I said, what's nice about this glue pot, it doesn't get hot enough to where it'll burn if I get any on me. So I like that part. All right. I think I want to add a little more green off of this. Let me see. Okay, I'm going to get it going the other way. So I want to try and get it halfway around. Like to about here. And then put the bow here. And I kind of want to go in a zigzag motion with the greenery. There we go. So one that way, then I want to go one this way. Then I want to end up with one of these. Does anybody have any questions so far? one that way, so I want to go one this way. Okay, that's half of it so far. Then I'll turn it around. And again, I got one there, so I want to kind of zigzag and have one going off this way. So now that I have one on this side, now I want to put one on this side. And I want to put one in this direction so I can get the red in there. So I'm going to put one here and then one at the end here. And then we'll start adding the pip berries. So that's over there. So I kind of want to do one here. Just to balance it, I'm going to add one more right up here. There. So far without the pip berries. Trying to get it visually straight for you here. Getting to know this Mevo pretty good. Now if we can just get the sound, then we've got it. Okay. Let's get an idea of where we want to put these before I glue them. Because I think that's going to give it just that little bit of dimension that I need. Just scatter them throughout first. Put this one in there. Singles. All right. Now I can use the bow I have, or I can go ahead and make one. Does anybody have any requests? Do you want to watch me make one, or do you want me just to use the one I have? Okay, so since that's on that side, I'm gonna do this one on this side. Yeah, right there. Did I lose you, or did I put you all to sleep already? Am I still coming in clear or not? Oh, okay. What you making? Anything good? Making sure everything's sticking so far. So far, so good. Okay, got the flowers where I want them. There. All the colors I pulled out of the sign. So, let me just go ahead and get the ribbon, and I'll do a ribbon, a bow while you're on. I'm going to use navy blue. I'm going to use a red. Trying to find the other one. Where is it? This one, here it is. And then I'm going to use a polka dot. This, oops. And I'm going to use my Easy Bow, my Bodabra, just to kind of hold it in place. Let's put that there. Stand it up, get it out of the way. Scissors. So, I need a zip tie for the bow. Now what I have that I'm going to do a layer of first is this red checked burlap ribbon. It's wired, but I thought that would look pretty against the back. Just not sure how big I want to go yet. They're about 5-inch loops on this one. Again, I'm just using this to hold it in place so I can build my layers on top of it. Just not sure on that yet. Need a little bit longer on that side. I'm actually just layering the loops on top of each other. I'm doing 4 loops on this one. That's pretty good. And at the end, I can go back and play with it some more. And I'm going to use a solid navy blue, because I'm picking up the solid navy blue off of the flag in the picture. With this one, I'm going to drop it down to about a 4.5. And I'm only going with 2 loops on this. I'm checking my loops to make sure they're the right size, that they're the same. Okay. Just gonna put that on top of the red. No problem, Deb. We're just making the bow. And if you want to be given alerts on my YouTube or on my YouTube page at the top, there's a little bell. If you click on that, it should alert you when I go live. I'm going to try and do like 1 live a week on here and 1 on Facebook. But if I get put in Facebook jail for saying the word share, I'll end up back here. So maybe I'll just click on it just to be safe, so you know where to find me when they put me in Facebook jail. I honestly don't understand why they're making so many new rules. And they want to build the community, but you're not allowed to use the word share. So how can you build a community? Not sure I get it, but I'm just looking to make sure this is the red I want to use. I think it is. Yeah. Or do I want to use stripes? Let's see. There's another one I have too. Let's see. That would really countrify it, more so than that. We got the white pip berries. This gets camouflaged because of the tan. So I think I'm going to go ahead with this one. I think this really pulls out the red. It pulls out the white that's in the polka dots. So I think this is a better choice. So we're doing about between 10 and 12-inch tails. So the last one was that 4.5? 4.5, or I'm going to do this one at 4. These loops at 4. I'm just checking to make sure my loops are good. Yep, Deb, I'm in trouble for saying the word share. We're not allowed to say like, share, or comment anymore. So we've all been saying spread the love. because that's not saying share, but I don't know. I think what's going to end up happening, I think for us, they're probably going to try and get us to pay them. I mean, I can't. I don't have any other explanation. And when I asked them, because they said if I don't take my I wasn't using community standards, so if I don't take it down, they're going to delete it. And it's like, okay, what are you deleting? Yes, bless my page. That's another one we use. And you can't even hold up a sign that says share, like, or comment either. Because if they catch that, they'll take you down. So I think I heard something on the news today that they said Facebook is going to start, you know, taking people's sites down for using words they're not supposed to. And it's like, okay, if you're not supposed to use that word, then why do they have it on your page? I don't get it. It's a button there, so if you're not allowed to use it, why is the button there? Just take the button down. So I don't know. I really honestly don't know. So I figured as long as I keep up on both, and if they take me down, this is still set up, so I should be good. Because we all have what's called as a mini chat where we go on, and the mini chat sends out a message to everybody when we're going live, and that's not part of Facebook. So Facebook really doesn't want you using another company to notify your subscribers. So I have no idea. But if I get put in Facebook jail, this is where I'll be. And to be notified, you're going to have to hit that bell. And if you could like and share, comment, whatever, it's all appreciated. So, all right, we got our bow made. Oh gosh, I'm liking these red and white checks. So everybody's scrambling. It's a mess. You did? Oh, great. Thanks, Deb. But was that through Facebook or was it through YouTube? And is the sound too low or just right on here? You might have gotten the alert through the bot if you subscribe to my Facebook page. Okay, great. So then I know at least that's working. That's awesome. I appreciate you guys stopping by and keeping me company. We're just out to have a little fun, share our techniques, and not bother anybody. But there's something that's bothering them. So maybe it'll all come out eventually. We'll see. All right, so I'm just fluffing up the bow. I didn't want to go with too many layers because it is a smaller wreath than what we normally do. I mean, when we do the mesh, it tends to poof out, and I don't know, maybe a little sunflower in the middle of the bow might be pretty too. Oh, great. I'm glad. And Serena, am I pronouncing that right, Serena? Because if I'm not, let me know. Or maybe a white carnation in the middle. Or maybe just another layer of this in the middle. Okay, great. Because I'm really known for slaughtering names. And I don't want to insult anybody. Needs just a little something in the middle of this bow. Or maybe I just need to go smaller. So I think that the red I'm just going to hold it like that. There. Much better. Are any of you part of our wreathing community? Oh, wow. 78 degrees. That's awesome. Had a real pretty star too. It was like a country star. Okay, what do you think? This way. There we go. Well, you'll watch and learn, Deborah, because that's what I used to do. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, ladies. See how simple that is? It's just, and I don't know, I did upload my video that I did with the wire ribbon. I did a patriotic one on Monday night. I did download the video on that. That's just a foam frame with the wired ribbon wrapped around it. Very simple. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this fabric and I'm going to cut it up and sew it together like you would, like the burlap. And I'm going to make one just out of this fabric. The pull-through method, just like I did here. I think that'll really be awesome. Because then I'll play with some reds. Is there any method that you guys are interested in seeing on my next live? Anything? Oh, thank you. It's just the four of us here. Actually, some are being real shy. They're not telling us where they're from, or they're not talking. They're just watching. Could be busy. Could be at work. Maybe they're not allowed to comment. And let me see if I brought it down. I made a wreath for a customer, and in trade, her husband made me this wreath holder, wreath easel. Isn't that awesome? He made that all by hand. Here's the back of it. And then he put some wire rope in there. So I just have to set up my table. This is the second live I've done with this camera. So I have to get used to the camera somewhat. I should be able to push that back and, you know, work off of this. Maybe over here. I know, he did an awesome job. It took him a while. I've had the wreath done for a while. So you're saying, Deborah, you want to see the blue check done in a pull-through method? It's just kind of backwards on here. When I go this way, I have to go this way. There. I'll play around with my camera this afternoon and see how far back I can take it, and then so I can have this up here and working on it so everybody can see. It's almost like I probably need like a table or something behind here so I can see what I'm doing and you can see what I'm doing. I think that would be good, like right there. Because from what I'm seeing, I can see it and you can see it. So I think that would be the best thing to do. All right, I'll see what I can make of this, because this fabric is not the same color on the back. I want to sew it together. So when it's being pulled through, you're only seeing the front side of it. That would really be pretty with some white, or with some red, I mean. Some pops of red in it. That might be an idea. Yeah, and I think a table back here, so this can be back here. I can see what I'm doing. And you can see it too. You too, Serena. Go enjoy your lunch. Thank you. All right, guys. I think that's it. Okay. Look for me probably on Wednesdays here. And Mondays, I'm always on my Facebook page, which at the top of the comments, I gave you the link to my Facebook page. But if I'm in Facebook jail, I'll be over here. All right. Thanks, Deborah. Thanks, Serena. Thank you. You too. Bye-bye.